Hello and welcome to Quell. Now my job here at Quell is to basically look onto the horizon, into the abyss, and look constantly for risks to our clients in whatever sector they're in. And over the past few years I've identified risks, and I will be honest, people have laughed at me. I still remember 8 years ago, it will always stick with me, when I mentioned a lot about the use of social media in stalking staff and harassing staff. You'd be surprised the amount of people that laughed at me. Nowadays they don't, because we have, believe it or not, quite a few incidents in relation to that. And when I'm out doing my job or my risk assessments or doing some form of training, the amount of staff that come up and talk to me about it is quite shocking, to tell you the truth. I also then spoke about nitrous oxide nearly 2 years ago now, and laughing gas, where I spoke about how that changes people's behaviours, and we had a massive influx of incidents within the housing and care sector, and inclusive in the hospitality and the nighttime economy. Right now I've actually come across a risk that's starting to pick up speed, and not many people are noticing it. Within the Garda Síochána and the PSNI, they have said to me, yeah, we're starting to see an increase. And I suppose that's my job, is to try and get it before it gets to, let's just say, a widespread problem. What I'm going to talk about is, and these are toys, I will say that for the algorithm of YouTube, these are toys. Now this is a training pistol. You can get these from Amazon. They're very easy to buy. They're just rubber, people use it in martial arts or any form of self-defense. I've actually used this for training with my clients in retail, to do with robberies and things like that. But what I'm coming across more in my role is I'm coming more across what we call these, which is in the title, Airsoft, and being used in robberies or to intimidate people. Now there is a rule, okay? England, Scotland, Wales, there is a license you can get where you have to go on so many skirmishes, that's the Airsoft games, and you apply for it. Yeah, okay. If you don't, you have to buy what's called 2-ton above 18, which is like a red, green, pink. Yeah, pink. Yeah, you get all sorts of colours. But realistically, even in the Republic of Ireland, you only have to be over 18 and you can purchase these. Now, this is a spring-operated one, okay? It has a magazine that takes small little 6mm white BBs, but I've known people to put pellets in them, i.e. small metal ball bearings. And I'm not being funny, it is... how can you put it? It is like, oh yeah, you can cock it like you see in the movies and TV. And it is quite a, now, don't get me wrong, you stick that in your face and you pull the trigger, it might not kill you, but if it hits you in the eye, it can definitely blind you or cause some form of harm. And there's variations of them. That's a 1911. This is a Taurus. Again, small, goes in, you cock it. Again, it's just these little things. I mean, like, even holds to the rear if there's no BBs in it. So I mean, it is. Now these, I'm going to say again, are what we call spring operated. There is metal versions, sorry, my apologies. There's metal versions, for instance, this is metal, okay, this is plastic, but you can get electric ones. Gas seems to be very popular. So there is a variation of them. But why am I talking to you about them? Well, if you're in retail, or you're in an organisation where you've had a risk of intimidation or robbery, where someone is possibly going to be putting this in your face, I want you to make sure your staff know they should treat it exactly the same as any type of robbery. I have had 3 incidents this year, 3 this year, where staff have actually taken the person on because they have noticed that the gun in question is an Airbnb, because they've had one or they've used one. So they've actually taken the person on. And what has resulted is, in all 3 occasions, is the person has gone from using it like that to using it like that and caused quite some serious injuries. And it has inflicted quite a lot of harm on the company. And what I have a tendency to say to people, this is me, and if you've done my training or you've been working with me over the years, you know I always say, whenever a serious incident occurs to a staff member, it's the staff member's family that have the brunt of the actual effects of it, because the questions of why did their loved one do this, why did their loved one not think of walking away, there's a plethora of things that goes on. And I have done videos in the past. If you go on our channel, YouTube channel, you'll see I've done videos in the past of instances where I've shown you where staff have actually taken the customer who's committing a crime on. So If you're an organisation, doesn't matter, okay, retail, and there is a risk, hospitality, or even housing, transport, don't care, and there's a risk of something like this being used against your staff, trust me, it's worth reiterating the importance of complying, not trying to take the person on. Because the last thought I want to put across to you is this. I did a video some months ago on zombie knives, and if someone's going to have the nerve to carry something like this, and this is only a sample of what you can get your hands on, what says that they won't carry a knife? Please take this just a conversation starter, pretty serious. Thank you for watching. Please continue to support the channel, because the more you support me, the more it encourages me to do more videos, the more I can help staff stay safe. Bye for now.